Hello, I'm going to do the Libra weekly energy reading for November 12th to the 18th. I'm also going to have an extended, so if this reading resonates with you, there will be an extended, but you would need to join my page membership program. There will be a link below, or there is a join button below the video. Also, take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay, so we have my cleansing crystal on top of the cards that has been on there for a while to cleanse the cards for Libra for this week. So actually is next week, but okay. All right, so I only saw that one. So we have the current situation is the Page of Wands, and let's see, I didn't see that card. Okay, all right. So we have what's crossing that is the Moon. Kind of a chaotic start to this reading, so that could be that the week starts a little chaotic, kind of things are popping out all over the place, and so it could be that could be the energy for the week also. We have, what do you need to focus on is the Sun. What are you leaving behind? Your past. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the your strengths, Knight of Wands. So I feel like you're good in chaos. I feel like you're good in chaos. Some people actually thrive in chaos. So I feel like, for some reason, I feel like that might be you. Like if you feel that there's chaos around you, like that's when you're at your best. For me, I procrastinate. And when things get down to the wire, that's when I work my best, even though it's incredibly stressful. So I kind of feel like for you, it's kind of that same way. Like if you have a lot of things going on around you and there's a lot of chaos, because I say that because there's that volcano there, but this person, the Knight, is moving forward. Near future, we have the Five of Swords. The advice, we have the Knight of Swords. The environment, Ace of Cups. Hopes and fears, Seven of Wands. And the potential outcome, we have the Nine of Swords. And let's grab one more. We have the Three of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this could have to do with a friendship. Because that's what I kind of feel like. We have the current situation is the Page of Wands, which represents communication. And we have the Moon, which is crossing that. So I feel like you're unclear about a situation of what it is that you need to say exactly. I feel like you're not sure what to say to a person, and it could be a friend, but the Queen of Pentacles could also represent like having that grounding energy where things settle down. So like I was saying when I was shuffling the cards, that it was kind of chaotic energy, and that could be what's starting, like, and that's why we have the Queen of Pentacles, is so that things slow down and things become less chaotic. So I feel that you're unclear about what you need to speak to a person about, or it could be maybe you're trying to express yourself in a certain way to someone and they're not clear about that, or maybe you're not sure about what you want to do or what you want to say or choices that you want to make. I feel when I saw this in the past, I feel like, do you want to leave a job or a career or a position, and do you want to branch out with something on your own? And maybe you're like, I want to do something, but I'm not sure what that is. Like, I know that this situation is not where I want to be, and that I want something different, but I don't know what that different is. And that's why we have that Moon card there. As far as a friendship, if it's a friendship and you need to communicate with someone, it could be a Pisces and you're not really sure what to say to the Pisces. What you need to focus on is, I feel like, focus on the positive. Like, if we have to have a conversation with someone, we want to make it flow as easy as possible. That we don't want to put that person on the defense, because then then they come back and then it just turns into an argument, right? So I feel like it's being as clear and concise as you can about this conversation, and that you have to figure out what it is that you want to say and what you want to focus on first. And so that way you're able to communicate that clearly to the person and to present it in a positive way. Or even if it's like at a job or it's a position and you're like, you're talking with someone and you're like, you know what, I just like, I like my job, or I kind of feel like I want to move to another position. I want to have more challenges, especially with your strengths being like, if you like it chaotic and you like it busy and you really feel like you work good under pressure. So I kind of feel like that's what it is, that you work good under pressure, and that maybe things have become too easy or too calm for you. And you're like, you know what, I work better under pressure. I like to have those deadlines. And maybe that's what's happening with your job or your situation. And you're like, you know what, I really want to feel more like energy, like more fiery, like more excited about doing my job, and having that conversation and saying it in a positive way as to that it's something to help yourself with, and say that you want to work on that. I just feel like the Sun card represents focusing on the positive energy and positive way to get your thoughts across. Over here with the near future, I feel like you are walking away from something, or you're not letting what other people have to say bother you, because you're like, this is my life, this is my goal, this is my direction, this is what I want to do. There may be some of this with this conversation that you may be worried about a little, but I feel like when you figure out what it is that you want to say, you're like, you know what? This is my life and this is the direction that I'm headed to, and I'm not going to let that bother me. So I do feel that in the near future that you're going to be walking away from something, but you're heading towards something new, right? Because this is the environment here, and it's the Ace of Cups. So it's new. Your cup is overflowing, like feeling like the energy is flowing again. And that's what I was kind of saying over here, is that you want to walk away from something because it's become too dull or too boring, and you want something that's more exciting. With the advice here, I feel like the Knight of Swords can be somebody who can be, kind of crazy, because he's riding off the edge of this cliff with his horse, but he has his sword up in the air, and he's like, I know this is what I need to do. It may seem crazy to other people, but in his mind, he's like, you know what? This is what I need to do. This is my challenge. This is what I want to do. So I feel like it's putting yourself in that energy of following your dreams, because you like things to be, challenging for you, that you get bored when they're boring and they're slow, and that is what helps to have your cup overflow with emotions. It could be new relationships, it could be maybe you're moving on from friendships or partnerships, or like I said, business. I feel it has more to do with work, with this being a pentacle here, but I feel like it's something that's going to take time with the moon phases there. Like, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. I feel like this is something that you've kind of worked towards or thought about for a while. The hopes and fears is, having that hope that you are standing up and you're doing what you feel is most important for you. And there's always that, some people will be all for that and be excited for you, and some people will not. But it's like, you know what, this is my life, this is my direction, this is where I'm going, and this is what I have to follow through with. And like, that's what I was saying, like with this Nine of Swords, is that there may be a little bit of worry about how people are going to react. But I feel like it's surrounding yourself with those people that support you, right? Those people that are positive, and that there may be some changes in friendships and just people that you surround yourself. But I feel like not letting it worry you to the point where you stop, doing things that you feel are important to you. Sometimes we worry about too much, like other people's reactions, and then we cut ourselves short, and then we're not really happy, and then that resentment starts to build up towards that person. And so that's not where you want to get. So I feel like you have something that things have become Like this is the week that you realize, you know, things have become kind of stagnant and I really want that fire and I really want that challenge, and I'm going to have a conversation with someone, and I need to figure out what it is that I want to say, and I can't let what other people have to say bother me, but I want to make sure I present it in a positive way so that there is no negative there is no fights or disagreements or that kind of a thing, but this is a challenge that you feel that you're up for, and this is the direction that you want to go in. And then that is the beginning of that emotional fulfillment for yourself, because you're like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I really wanted to have this change. I'm finally actually doing it. I'm taking the steps to make it happen. And you feel proud of yourself and you feel good about yourself. And you're like, I'm so happy that I'm doing this because this is really the direction that I've been wanting to go in. When we do the extended, we're going to look a little deeper into some of the positions here, definitely here with the challenge in the current situation and the outcome. All right, so we're going to grab a Wisdom of the Oracle. All right, that one came out. We have Yin, which is the feminine, you know, yin and yang. So the yang is the masculine, which is action, and then the yin is the feminine side, which is kind of sitting back, watching, seeing what's going on. That's what I felt like here, is that sometimes we have ideas and we have thoughts and we just go for it and we don't think about it, but then it's like, okay, you have to deal with the aftermath later if it doesn't work out. But I feel in this situation with the yin card coming out, it's like kind of sit back and just make sure that you think about what it is that you want to say, so it's presented in the best way, and really decide what it is. You know, what are those changes? You know, have that clarity with that moon card and figure out, okay, what's the direction that I want to go in? You know, what are the choices and changes that I want to make? And to be in that 100%, right? And kind of sit back and see how the cards fall. Then I felt like picking another one, and we had Imagine, right? I feel like you have a lot of ideas. I feel like you have, you know, imagine yourself already being where you want to be, and to manifest that in, and to put yourself in that energy, and to feel like, okay, yeah, like this is happening for me. This is what I need to do. These are the conversations I need to have. These are the actions I need to take in order to get myself, you know, back to where I want to be or reaching my goals. And imagine that and embracing that energy, because that's what gets you excited, right? So you're getting excited before things even happen, because you're like, wow, like that's going to feel so cool. It's going to be so cool. My life is going to look like this. It's going to feel like that. All right, so we're going to grab an angel answers in the near future. All right, so I do feel that there are some changes coming in for you in the near future, but I have no doubt about that, because if you're looking at a situation and you're saying this is not working for me, and you're thinking and you're watching and you're doing, yes, in the near future, there are going to be changes. Things are going to be different because you are taking the steps to make it happen. You're not sitting back and not doing anything, that you are taking the steps to make those changes and to make those changes happen. And yes, in the near future, there are changes and things do happen because you are making those things happen. That's what I feel like, is that if you want to have something manifest and you want something to come into your life, or you want changes in your life, that if you want change, you have to be change. Whether it's your own perspective and how you're seeing things, or you're thinking about things, or you're dealing with things, looking at challenges as a way to grow and learn and to move in different directions, or looking at challenges as something that is against you and holds you down, right? It's all about your perspective. And that if you want changes, do those things to make the changes, to make it happen, and not putting that on other people or just sitting back and doing nothing. It's putting yourself in that right mindset, but also taking the actions to make things happen. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week. For those of you that would like to join the membership, I will see you over there. And as always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.